2000 MLS Cup between the Kansas City Wizards and the Chicago Fire, a game that was played at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. here.
An absolute ideal day for soccer in our nation's capital. Clear skies, no wind, temperatures pushing 80. It is a fitting conclusion to MLS 2000 as the top two teams in the regular season will be battling for the MLS Cup. Welcome to the MLS Cup pregame show presented by Lego.
Bob Stone, thank you very much. Ty, we've been crisscrossing this country along with our crew for the last 7 months. We have seen some great soccer this summer, but this promises to be the best game that we have seen so far. No doubt these are the two most deserving teams. These two teams, the Chicago Fire will bring the offense at you all game long, as Rob said, leading the league in goals scored, leading the league in shots on goal. Well, Kansas City is 12th in shots on goal, so you have two completely different approaches, both of which have been immensely successful.
This is for MLS Cup 2000. A year ago, this was just a dream for Kansas City. The Wizards went 8-24 this year, led by coach of the Kansas City Wizards. Will have the kick to begin this game wearing the home blue. Attacking right to left, the Wizards won the Supporters' Shield, which is emblematic of the best record in Major League Soccer. They and Chicago tied for the most points in the league. Kansas City got the edge by goal differential. This is Jesse Marsh. Ante Razov. Chicago wants to hold the ball early and find some seams in the well-organized Kansas City defense. Chris Armas back to Stoichkov to take the corner. Razov, a dangerous target, man. It goes all the way through. Bocanegra, bicycle attempt, goes over the top. Mo Johnson, the through ball back for Henderson. Angles it back, looking for Molnar. Molnar was running far post, and that ball was going short. Armas jumping on it. Now Vermees goes over the top of Novak, and Novak gets up holding the back of his head. Riddell serves it down. Henderson chests it off for Vermees. Racing through a seam. McEwen off to Henderson. Henderson has two target men. Far post and zap in the middle and back third of the field. It is hard to break this team down, especially in the first 60 minutes. Gutierrez attempting a long run, and there Henderson. Kovalenko for Novak. Novak turns. Kovalenko making the run through. And McEwen takes down Novak in midfield. We saw a team in Major League Soccer during the regular season. Chicago suffered more fouls than any other club in the 12-team league. Kovalenko trying to save it on the sideline against McEwen. It's Kansas City's throwing. Here's Mo Johnston, who has experienced 5 championships, but none outside of the UK. Vermees straight ahead for Johnston. The captain kills it nicely. McEwen lofting it, looking for Henderson, but again, Kansas. Razov dropping it back to Novak, coming back from the hamstring injury. He's going to go until he blows. Could be 45 minutes. He might last the whole game. Gutierrez square. Armas and Novak.
Both teams very capable of establishing a possession game.
Here's Razov with Garcia chasing him. Now drops it off. Armas, Novak.
We've watched both these coaches train. Opposition has to defend a lot and therefore cannot get involved in the attack.
Here's Carlos Bocanegra, Rookie of the Year, just barely over Garcia. Hard tackle. Chris Klein beats Gutierrez. Klein now goes right past Armas. They got him in numbers. It's a 4-on-4 as Klein breaks forward. Klein throws it across all the way for Molnar. Tries to tip it on. He scores! Miklos Molnar! Midfield play, and Klein makes it happen for the Wizards, who strike in the 11th minute.
Well, I just mentioned the matchups on the flanks. And Chris Klein wins the ball, and then he decides to put it into overdrive. Out-racing U.S. national team midfielder Chris Armas. He's got time to pick his head up, find a target. Bonsu almost gets to it, Molnar misses on the first stab, but stays with it. This is a man who is paid solely to put the ball in the net. But it's Chris Klein who does all the hard work. Molnar beating his mark, Jesse Marsh, right out in front. It's really not.
Molnar's 5th goal of the playoffs from Klein in the 11th minute, giving the Kansas City Wizards a 1-0 lead. How an early goal can make championship games much more exciting. Bo Johnston in the midst of 3, and C.J. Brown takes it away. McEwen tries to thread the needle to Henderson. Armas bringing it back. Kansas City appealing for a handball, not going to get it. Razov works around Vermes. Garcia comes through. Razov sliding to try to get the attempt on Miola.
This is the key for Kansas City. They do so well at covering for each other. Nick Garcia over from the right back position, covering in behind Peter Vermes.
Vermes, 33 years old in the middle with a 21-year-old rookie, Nick Garcia, on his right. A 24-year-old Brandon Prideaux on his left. Prideaux just in his 2nd year in MLS.
And it's really a situation where, with the goal especially, Stoichkov has his head down.
McEwen lofting it diagonally for Klein, who had the phenomenal assist. Cranks it hard across the middle, too far for Molnar. Marsh pops it up at the top. McEwen marking tightly. Nowhere to go but back. Razov has to play it square. Bocanegra. This is a backliner. Look how much room he has with KC back. Bocanegra crossing, looking for Kovalenko. Prideaux was on Kovalenko, smooth to his right. Vermes getting in the way. Gutierrez knocking it down 30 yards from goal. Tries to chip across. Armas flipping it into the middle. Miola knocks it down. Rebound is loose. Razov for Kansas City scheme, but he can't hold it. Here is Stoichkov. His pass comes off to Matt McEwen. McEwen, a huge presence. He is 6'3", 195, and still has skills. Sideline against Marsh. Henderson, a tireless runner. McEwen flanks it all the way across to Klein. Gutierrez coming at him quickly. Klein taking it out of the sun down to Pregame, who's magnificent with the left, but Armas is on it. Crossfield, McEwen has a ton of room here. Kovalenko coming up to have a look. Chips on for Klein. He's on offside. Very close. Klein just a little bit too quick in anticipation.
Good run by Chris Klein. I'm not sure if he was off. We'll have a look here. McEwen now has struck the ball. If he's off, it's by a shade, but I don't believe he's off on this one. McEwen playing. Chris Armas on the ball for Chicago on Wednesday night. He played in the defensive midfield for the USA against Costa Rica.
Novak, Armas, so many different weapons. But Kansas City capable of the knockout punch and able to absorb a lot of blows. Armas, Novak in traffic. Now Henderson against Marsh. They've battled all day long. Marsh gets the better of it this time. He gives it away to McEwen. Johnston running into trouble. McEwen saves him to Henderson. Henderson with Kovalenko marking. Kovalenko takes him down, almost behind the play. Could have been a play on, but Paul Tamburino decides he wants to establish something here, and there isn't going to be any of that behind the ball.
But as a fan, I want Pregame with the ball at his feet. I want the referee, Tamburino, to play the advantage. Pregame wanted the ball. Pregame right away motioned, let me play. Kansas City in possession going towards goal. Now Chicago can bring all their players back to defend.
Here is Pregame. You can put it just about anywhere he wants. Ships it for McEwen. McEwen wearing Bocanegra there. That's man marking as Bocanegra's on the other side of the field from where he normally plays. The chip across from Molnar, just a little too high. C.J. Brown on Molnar's back. One would think that Chicago's reasonably happy with the way the attack. This one far more important to him, and he is enjoying the way this is going in the sunshine at RFK today. Mossy stabs it away from Johnston. It's out of bounds. Let's go downstairs to Rod Stone.
Coach, you weren't sure how much you could get out of Peter Novak coming to this game. He had a bad hamstring. How has his performance been so far?
Peter's pushing the team, and I think he's doing fine. Obviously, right now...
plays it safely to Klein. Square for Zavagnin. Look how methodically Kansas City works it out of its own end, playing the safe ball at least out to midfield. And here's it away. That's not the kind of play that's going to inspire Arena to say, Tony, you're my number one over Casey Kelly.
Miola was called in midweek for the USA as a backup to Casey Keller in the World Cup qualifier against Costa Rica. But in a championship game, even an experienced player can feel it a little bit. He's mishandled a couple of balls.
Brown winning it down. Armas flicking it for Kovalenko. Klein brings it back. It's Pregame. McEwen. Armas. Always tough marking him. Johnston uses McEwen as a wall, and he is one. Johnston looking against for Armas.
For Savagin, it's a long way from the league.
Soccer joined the world standard, the clock counting up, the official time being kept by the referee rather than the stadium clocks that had been in previous years, and the shootout. Clearly, the Fire would love to tie it up before going into the room. McEwen takes down Novak. The shots are 12-1 for the Fire. We told you before the game, the Fire with the most goals, the most shots, and the most shots on goal in Major League Soccer. The Wizards with the fewest shots on goal in Major League Soccer. But what does the scoreboard say? Johnston cranking across for Pregame. Paul Tamburino blows the whistle for the end of the first half. Klein, the steal from Gutierrez, the field length run on the cross. Chicago's in the league, the best team in MLS history, coming back after yielding the first goal, the Chicago Fire, which immediately is on the attack. Spanish commentary for MLS Cup 2000 can be heard using the SAP feature on your TV where available. Chris Armas working against the huge Matt McEwen. Here comes Gutierrez around the pick. Gutierrez against McEwen, feeds it across the middle. Novak right on Miola. He makes the save. Tempers flaring in the goal mouth. Miola, the comeback player of the year, the goalkeeper of the year, the MVP. We see the yellow card issued in the 46th minute.
Kovalenko challenging for what he thought was a loose ball. If it's the ball high or down low to that far corner, it's a tougher save for Miola. As it was, he almost squeezed it between Miola's legs. Miola, good reactions.
Yellow cards out in the first 3 minutes of the second half. You can hear the calling of the voices. Outside of the foot volley to get it to safety. It's Henderson trying to settle for McEwen. McEwen against Armas, finds Mo Johnston. Gutierrez looks for Stoichkov, finds Razov. Henderson from behind, Razov trying to make the move. 3 shots on goal in the first half, 4 shots overall by Razov. He's been active. Johnston helping out, but he gives it back to Bonsu. It's all in Kansas City's end of the field. Miola can't do it forever. Marsh with a ton of space. Right out on him to pressure. Novak turns. Gutierrez pops it up. It's McEwen with the volley clear. Pregame always looking forward. Cranks it across the middle. Vermees gets a knee on it. It bounces to Kovalenko. 25 yards from goal. Razov lays it off. Comes back to Gutierrez. Stoichkov turns on McEwen. Stoichkov on the right side. McEwen hauls him down. This is going to be a great free kick opportunity for Chicago. 20 yards from goal, and Stoichkov is going to get a bomb off here.
Stoichkov wanted a yellow card perhaps, but this might be a better opportunity on the free kick than he would have had if he were not tangled up or clipped by Matt McEwen. This is almost exactly the spot in 1994 that Hristo Stoichkov for Bulgaria at Giant Stadium buried a free kick against Germany and eliminated the defending world champions at a World Cup.
Everybody knows what's coming. 7 men in the wall for Kansas City, and they know they could face some fears and punishment. Stoichkov's shot goes off the wall, 30 feet high, spinning. Gutierrez on the right step, hits the crossbar. Marcel Bike brings it outside. Now Razov. Razov, top of the box. Armas can't make the clean trap. Henderson in his way, and Trudeau tries to carry it away from Razov. Razov takes him down. Free kick for Kansas City. Marsh to Kovalenko.
So now Tamburino's not believing it.
McEwen can turn toward the middle, all the way across. Johnston. Molnar's. A couple of days ago, have you ever lost a foot race? And he goes, I don't think so. Johnston.
Actually, he said his brother Jamar beat him to 1 ball this year.
Yeah, but he had an asterisk. Here's Molnar's shot. Goes up. Gives it to him. Wolf and Razov in the box. It's Kovalenko. Gutierrez up top. Stoichkov has the left foot. The chip, looking for Wolf. Razov pulls it down. Just back across the goal mouth. McEwen on the chest for Miola. Not McEwen.
Chicago could create.
Kansas City with a 1-0 lead on the Chicago Fire. This is MLS Cup 2000. McEwen, who made the great defensive play. Henderson crosses it, C.J. Brown. McEwen in the middle. Has trouble with it, has to bring it back to Vermes. Vermes with Razov on. It appears that DeMarcus Beasley is going to be coming into the game for Diego Gutierrez. Gutierrez has been effective. Beasley is a lot of raw speed, and he's shown some impressive moves. Over the ball, McEwen has a thunderous shot. Asking for 10 yards. Johnston to McEwen. Long blast, well wide. Not on the mark.
Holds the ball. Their defenders get to breathe, get some oxygen.
McEwen from Preki. Hopped it up, couldn't make the clean trap. Wolf.
It up.
20 minutes from a championship. Stoichkov going far side. Kovalenko back into the middle. Brown pops it up. Novak shot! Just trickles wide. At McEwen. For Okafor, but Novak running on. Okafor gets there just before Novak. Yet it's out of bounds off Kansas City. Might hope some overtime if he can't get two before the 90-minute mark.
Kubik, a World Cup veteran for Czechoslovakia, possesses a great left foot from long range. But Evan Whitfield, the Olympian, won't get a chance to come on.
Start Armas to Kubik. McEwen can't get to him, but Klein is back. Razov catches that. McEwen hammers. 6 minutes of stoppage time. It is rare when you see that much time added at the discretion of the referee. A hot day in mid-October as Chicago goes for the goal to tie it up. Kubik volleys into the middle. Popped out of the way. It's Matt McEwen getting back. High and wide to safety.
Lubos Kubik taking the throw in here has been an awesome presence since these kick calls that have not been given.
Kubik. Kovalenko. Kubik. Trying to get it to Beasley. Okafor forward. McEwen overruns the ball. Kovalenko the challenge. There's Beasley's speed. Contact from McEwen. Chicago the restart.
After moving over from the Metro Star.
Gansler played for the U.S. national team, 25 international appearances. He's a master not only at strategy, as he has shown here, knowing how to build a defense against a ferocious attack.
I talked to Miola last week. He said he could not have done Bob Gansler's job this year because Gansler took so much from some of the star players but still got his team to play.
Henderson
Fired performances kept them out.
It often breaks your heart, just like life. Kubik, no chins hanging for the Fire. They've seen league MVP Tony Miola withstand an incredible assault by the Chicago Fire. Paul Tamburino ends it! The Wizards, last in the West, have won it all! Tony Miola caps one of the most brilliant seasons in MLS history and American soccer history with a tremendous performance, 21 shutouts, including 16 in the regular hardware away as the Kansas City Wizards win it. Ty Keogh, final thoughts on the season.
Miola's performance stunning when it needed to. So much fire, so much spirit and passion to try and tie this game up. And
quite small, hard core of American soccer fans has created a culture in this country in which the game is thriving despite so much